Well, I've got some mailbag, well, a mailbag item here, so let's see what's in here. Wow, okay. It is some nylon filament. It looks nicely packaged, you know, it looks like it's done in a quality way. Here we go, nylon filament. It's got a bag of silica gel in there. So 1.75mm nylon. This is PA, but PA is a bit misleading. It could be PA6, PA66. Depends on the actual chain length of the structure. So they've got all these different ones they do, which is quite interesting. Got quite a range that they make. It's a nice little guide on the back of that, actually, printing temperature. So it reckons nylon 230 to 260, platform 80 to 120. So this is a nice little guide on the back of this, actually. It could be a handy little quick reference guide if I'm playing with different materials. Oh, almost got it off. So, cool. So I just got this in my 3D printer, so I'll try different materials on it. Because what worries me a little bit is if you've got something which is quite heavy, for example, and it's got a lot of stress on it, I'd rather have a material which is going to bend rather than a material which is going to snap. Right, so you know, some of these materials are quite hard and brittle, so if you put too much stress on it, it'll just fracture, and that's it. If you've got, say, happens to be like an equipment handle, for example, then you end up dropping the equipment. So I want something which is flexible, so it will rather stretch or bend rather than fracture. So it could be a handy little guide for anyone that's doing 3D printing. Now I'll be a bit closer so you can see it. Hopefully, we'll focus on those eventually. There you go. So if you're doing 3D printing, that might be helpful to you. Nice long screenshot. So yeah, so I've been using, well, I'm planning to use ABS 220 to 240, which I've been actually doing it 260 because I'm finding getting better adhesion between the layers. Yeah, it's really broad ranges. Obviously, it depends on the grades and that sort of stuff. So, but it's alright. Polycarbonate is one I want to try as well. I've ordered some of that. Tolerances are pretty good. This looks like it actually might be a decent quality one. This I don't want to open it up yet until I really use it, though, because it absorbs moisture. I was going to measure the thickness, but I can't really do that. I'll do that another time to see how accurate it is, because it does state on here there's a tolerance of 0.02mm. So this looks like a good brand. I think I might go to the seller again and get some more from them, because you know, it looks quality. Right, so got my mailbag stuff here. See what this is. Come on, open up. Right, so these have got threaded mounts both sides. These are felt aluminium. Prefer steel than aluminium, but anyway. It's got these rubber mounts on there as well. Now the idea that I had was to actually strap these together in some way and then hang this off the bench with the camera. So I'll put these G-clamp or something, or maybe just screw through this rail, maybe screw through there, onto my shelf, and then I've got this big mount hanging off which I can put the camera on. I've got some L brackets somewhere, here we go, over here, so I can then bolt this onto that as well. This is the plan, right? So this hang off the shelf, L bracket hang off there, and then I can mount the camera off the back of the L bracket so it hangs at the right place. I'll have to look at distances and stuff like that, see if it's enough, but that's the plan. And hopefully it means I can make a camera mount for this thing I'm using right now. Don't forget to check out the links if you're interested in these. You can get them online easy from Banggood, I think. Right, mailbag. Now I've got a few items here. You may notice something looks a little bit different. first I'm using my new camera. I'm also using a new microphone, which is just here, a shotgun mic which is facing downwards to hopefully stop any ambient noise, which has got bass cut on it as well, so it should help any rumbling or footsteps through the house and that sort of stuff. Yes, I'm back in the house. Not completely. I'm in the process of currently setting up my lab and getting it all back together again. But I've got some benches in, and as you can see I've got some stuff. I've got my new mat here, screen mat, that's under there too. I've still got my old grey one on top just for the time being to preserve it as much as I can. And I'm still trying to get set up in here, it's a bit of a mess. But anyway, let's get onto the mailbag and see what we've got here. So, this is a bunch of power supplies which I purchased. This is a Meanwell power supply, 12 volt, 3.5 amp. That's DIN rail mount. There's a bunch of these going and they're on special, so I grabbed them because I thought that would be handy. 12 volt rail. I think there's adjustment in there. I don't know what the adjustment range actually is, but yeah, so I think I've got two of those. What's this on? I think it's the same one, is it? Oh, this one's slightly different. Get the thing out of the box. This is the 24 volt version. Same thing, but 24 volt. 2 amp instead. Okay, but no, I'll get it out actually. Saw the last one. And this one here. It's a bit more serious. 12 volt 10 amp, nice and grindy, and he's got switchable input voltage as well, which is interesting. Didn't realise it did that. So anyway, this one looks a bit more serious. It's got, oh, not bad. Now this is Meanwell, right? Meanwell power supplies they're recognised as being okay. They're not considered a bad brand or anything like that. So and this looks quite promising, because if you look inside here. Look at that, we can zoom in. And if I get the focus, can you see in there? Nichicon caps. Try and get a focus on that. Nichicon caps, see that inside there? Awesome, and it's got good quality caps in there. So that's brilliant. So, and this is it's a big one, it's a 10 amps. I don't actually have a specific use for this yet, but I thought, well, they're on cheap, well, cheaper than normal. I think about half price or something like that at the time. So I thought, right, I'll get them. Why not? Those are from JCar. I think the special might still be going on as I record this, but it's probably gone by the time you see it. And this thing here, cable tester. Now, this is also going cheap. I do probably not really need it, but we'll see. Here we go. Let's actually see what it's got in here. So it's basically a tone generator, so you can trace the so you hook this up to your Ethernet system. Well, it's got a different connector, which is not quite what I had in mind. Interesting. That's not. That's an RJ11, not RJ45. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to see an RJ45 on there, so I could do Ethernet testing. Does it say on here? Just trying to read it. It says network, but oh, I might have to look into that. But the idea is you plug this into your network or whatever, and clip those on. Switch there, control switch, option switch there. The front panel is looking a bit. How you doing? Anyway, and then you've got a tracer. So you're supposed to be able to use this to trace the signal. You're supposed to pick it up so you can find the lines. That's the theory. I mean, I don't know if it's any good. I've never tried using one of these before. Takes another battery in there. Never used one of these before. and it was on cheap, so I thought, oh, what the hell, I'll get it. But that's only got a RJ11 on there, 4-wire RJ11. That may not matter. I mean, can you plug that into a RJ45? Do I have one here? I do, actually. I've never tried. Let's just have a look. It's just... would that plug in there? Yeah, not really. It's not really meant for it. So, yeah, kind of. I mean, it might work, but yeah, it's probably not the best thing to do. I'll have to look into that and find out what the story is of that. I believed it was an RJ45. It's not. Anyway, never mind. So, there's lots of different toners and stuff you can get. I was watching a guy who does networking stuff. What's his name now? He's got a YouTube channel. I've forgotten his name. He's got his channel name. That's going to bug me. But he does a lot of networking stuff, and although he doesn't publish a lot anymore, he's not doing a lot of publishing, and it's quite interesting. Oh, actual manual. Let's have a look at this. I suppose I could always cut that plug off and put an RJ45 plug on it. I mean, I'll have to check about if it's safe to do that to network or not. I mean, it might be. It's only for tracing wires. Obviously you've got something on the other end of the wire might be a problem, but it doesn't seem to mention anything actually. Nothing obvious. Alright, I'll read it all properly. I don't want to bore you with that. But as I was saying, this guy, I can't remember his channel name now, but he did a lot of networking stuff, and it's quite interesting watching what he does and the level of detail that's involved in doing it. Right, let's look at the next thing. This looks a bit small and relatively simple to get into, hopefully. I think that's it. Oh, that's pretty quick. Now these are iPhone 6s dock connectors, like lightning sockets. Just a lightning socket there, and headphone socket. There's a little flex cable and stuff in there. So you know, I don't know what focus on that, will it? Maybe not manually. Hopefully you can't hear the the noise next door or the neighbouring room. It's a bit noisy. Those look like microphones. But yeah, this is for my wife's phone because hers is broken. The socket has got all loose, and it doesn't charge properly. So this is for her phone. And I thought, well, if I'm going to get one, I might as well get a few of them. And they actually have different colours, so I don't even see it there. That's white and that's grey. Well, it's cream and grey, but yeah, anyway, obviously it's just done to match the phone colours. So I thought I'd get a couple of different ones. And you know, they're eventually going to go. If the wife's one's gone, then it's going to go again. Which is not necessarily easy with the cables. You change the yank on things a bit and yanks the wire instead of grabbing hold of the plug. And anyway, I won't go there. Now, I've told her about that. So, obviously they're not an Apple original, but you go looking for stuff, you'll find it. Yeah. Let's see what this is. And no, I still haven't changed the blade in my knife, obviously. Come on, come. I hope this audio is coming out alright, because it's the first time I use a microphone with this camera. And yeah, we'll see. It might be awful. If it is awful, I apologise. The built-in microphone on the camera actually works quite well, but this one's slightly louder in my initial testing. I haven't actually played any video back and stuff like that yet, but so I'm hoping it comes out okay. The idea with the shotgun mic is to try and reduce any ambient noise. You know, so you don't hear the goings on in the neighbouring room, that sort of stuff. So these are two identical units. Not going to open the other one. Simple thing is to stay and grab it. 8-port network switch. God, drop it on the floor. That's good. Okay. So streamlined, it just falls out of your hands. Oh no, look, I've got fingerprints on it already. Now, so yeah, just 8-port gigabit switch. It's supposed to be gigabit, that's what it says. So this is for in here and for my TV system and stuff as well, because I've got the TV, DVD, DVR stuff, not DVR, the TV recorder Freeview unit. They've all got network connections on, so I'm going to hook it all up and so here we go. And what's this thing? 9V, 0.6 amps. Okay, fine. Nothing particularly exciting. That doesn't. This is sound at the bottom, does it? Yeah, it says 9V, 0.6 amps. So they are matched together, as you expect. I mean, it's obviously comes supplied on it, but I was seeing if it had a voltage range or something, give options. So that's those. I've got two of those, so at least I can get those networking stuff set up now. If I don't knock it over again. Oh my god. Do all that, my. This installation guide, yeah, plug in the power, plug the cables in, it's not exactly much to it, is it? Alright, it's this one. I purchased these thinking I needed them, and then I ended up not needing them. So these are a couple of BNC to RCA adapters. Come on, focus on that. Or too close, maybe. Come on, focus. There we go. Right, so this RCA one end, BNC the other. Just two of them. I can't remember what I needed it for now. Don't remember. Anyway, I found another one. I actually had one already. So, didn't need it in the end. So, right, so with this. What's in here? Newspaper, super effective. I don't know how quick we use it. You know, lightweight, cheap. You can pack it in there instead of just bloody bubble wrap and stuff on it. Recyclable. You know, I wish more people would use newspaper to pack stuff. So if you're watching this and you sell things on eBay and stuff like that, please use newspaper instead. It's just better. Now, this is after I saw someone doing a video on these things. Was it Mike's Radio Repair? I think it might have been him. And thought, oh yeah, that's cool. Let's have a look. That's a little logic analyzer, and it's a little, just gives you a display of the pinout. This one looks like it's brand new. It's brilliant. So you do is you clip this onto an IC, obviously dip IC, and plug this into the unit, and it displays on the unit what the signals are. That goes in there probably one way around, probably that way. It is keyed. It's got a earthing thing there, I'm guessing. Choose the voltage levels. You've got a threshold there, so you can choose what threshold you need. Tells you the thresholds here as well. So you've got CMOS 70% VCC, TTL 2.2 volt, variable 1 to 9 volt. So you can choose what you want. So that's, you know, a nice little reference on the back there too. What else is in here? This looks like a DC clip lead. So it's obviously not powered by the circuit under test. Some of them can be, this one obviously isn't. That plugs in there, so it applies power that way. And then we've got something else in here. What's this? It's got a DC jack here as well. Interestingly, with a interesting connector. What's the story with this thing? Do you think I should read the manual? Get the thing out. Right. So there we go. What's this? 120 hertz, 120 volts in. No good to me. 9 volt DC, 150 milliamp. So it's 9 volt plug pack. Feels like a transformer in there. It's pretty heavy. It might be a transformer. Let's look in here. What does it say about it? .3 volt DC, 115 milliamps. Power jack on the side. Really? So it is. So what's that one then? Test point. I really have to read this manual to actually understand to use it. Obviously I've only just got it, so I haven't had a chance yet, so please don't criticise me not reading the manual yet. Circuit diagram. Awesome. If you need a circuit diagram for these, there you go. So it wasn't going to sneeze, it stopped, that's good. This is a Global Specialities Corporation LM2A. Yeah, LM2A, right, so that's the model. So if you need a circuit diagram for that, there you go. Nice connection. So yeah, it's quite cool. It's a simple little manual. I have to read it all and understand how to use it and where have you. So I've got some more mess to clean up now. Isn't that brilliant? Thanks for watching. Catch you later. And soon you'll be seeing my new bench setup and all the wonders that. Yeah, anyway, whatever. It's a new bench setup. It's some of the old gear back on the shelf. I've removed some of the old gear I did have. I'll put it to one side, just to try and string on the bench. Things I didn't often use, I can always just get them out and stick them on the bench and use them. Because that makes more space for the fact that I've now got more than one oscilloscope to use. So we'll get into that later on. So thanks for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters and PayPal donation people. Those kinds of things make me, I can buy things like this to show you in videos and hopefully use in future when the need arises. This is a bit of a purchase on a whim, you know. I saw it, I thought, oh, that'd be cool to have one of them. Could be handy. Because I was, years ago, I was looking at buying one of these, and I just never got around to it. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's Logic Pro option, is it? I don't really know how to figure it out. Right. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications about new videos. And hopefully the audio's okay. Give me your opinions. I'm going to do this one probably unedited on the audio. I'll probably leave the audio intact as it is and see how it goes. So thanks for watching. See you later.